Travis Scott can't stop, won't stop. He has played around with the olive green, the royal blue, played around with dark mocha, and now pink seems to be the color that he's experimenting on for his latest collaborations with Jordan Brand, one of which I have in hand. Travis Scott Air Jordan 1 Low OG Shy Pink. And the shoe first dropped on May 29th for $155. It was one of two Travis Scott colorways that dropped that day. The other one had more of a pink base, which I actually wanted more, but this is the one that I happened to get in hand. And first impressions of the shoe, I think it is nice. Do I think it is as delicious as his other Jordan 1 Low collaborations? I'll tell you at the end of the video, but I think this is nice. I'm not sure if it's like Michelin star rated delicious. Definitely nice. I don't think it's bad or anything. It's not average. It's better than average. But yeah, for me personally, for just the colors that I prefer, I'm not too sure if this is like top 3 Travis collabs. Maybe not even like top 8. Now in terms of the box, you will get the sail and pink Nike Jordan 1 box. The paper inside, it is custom branded. And in terms of the materials, it is actually nubuck on the base. So where you see this kind of off-white color, that is actually nubuck on images initially. And like first glance, I thought this was just leather. Obviously nubuck is a form of leather, just treated differently, but it is nubuck throughout. And the nubuck quality, it is decent. I wouldn't say it's anything premium. And in terms of the overlays, that is actually leather. And you can feel the texture and see it as well. That leather there, that is pretty nice. It is decently thick as well, so it's not like thin, flimsy, plastic feeling leather. And the swoosh itself, that is leather too. And of course, you will see that reverse swoosh on the lateral side of the shoe, a Travis Scott special and signature. Now you will see actually the medial swoosh is not pink, so mismatch there. You will see Cactus Jack branding that is stitched into that part of the panel. Now moving up the tongue, you'll get a pretty regular Jordan 1 tongue. However, on the right shoe, you'll get a normal Nike Air tag. On the left shoe, you'll actually see a Nike tag without the Air branding, but a love heart instead. So there's a few different kind of references to love, or like the heart symbol, at least on the shoe itself. Not too sure exactly what the story there is. I don't know if it's like a Travis Scott reference that fans of Travis Scott would understand, and I just don't. But I don't understand it. I don't get it. If you know, please let me know in the comments below. Sneakers.com does not tell you, so your guess is good as mine. Now also on the tongue itself, on both tongues, you will get Cactus Jack branding. That is something different to like a regular Jordan 1 Low OG. Now one thing that is different between a Low OG and 85 versus a non-OG Jordan 1 Low is the tongue on these are much more subdued. It also doesn't come with Jumpman branding. And moving around to the booty of the shoe, you will see this is pretty regular for Travis Jordan 1s. A Wings logo on the right shoe that is stitched onto the booty tab. That looks very nice there. And you also get the Cactus Jack insignia on the back on the left shoe. On the non-OGs, you will get that Wings logo on the heel counter instead of this booty tab up top. And in terms of the laces, out of the box, you'll get these muslin laces, and it does have that texture, kind of like wax laces. You also get 2 extra sets of laces. So the other color is kind of brownish, chalkish color. I'm not too sure exactly the shade there, and that comes in the same texture. However, the pink laces that also come with the shoe, those are these like thick laces. And out of the 3, I actually think the pink goes pretty nice with the shoe. Kind of like the thickness of the laces on this shoe, on this colorway specifically. So I actually think out of the 3, that's what I would go for. Now one thing to mention, like other Travis 1, Jordan 1 Low OGs or highs, you do get 8 eyelets, and that is how it came on the 1985 Jordan 1s. At some point, they changed like the Jordan 1 Low OGs to only have 7 eyelets, but special collaborations, 85 cuts, still came with 8. Recently, this year, for Low OGs, they've actually switched it back to have a larger swoosh, just like the 1985 version, and also, those have been coming with 8 eyelets as well. So they are kind of slowly course correcting, but it's still not exactly the same as an 85 cut because you will see the cupsole here, this rubber cupsole with a Nike Air unit on the heel for cushioning. The pattern there, that is still not the same as an 85 cut. So that's one thing they haven't switched for low OGs, Travis Scotts as well. So yeah, they haven't gone all the way. They still want that special segment specifically reserved for 85 cuts, just to squeeze more money out of us. They could easily just give us everything to 85 specifications for every single Jordan 1, but they will not do that. And in terms of the outsole, all pink with the rubber outsole, the Jordan 1 concentric circles with the Nike branding and the cutout. Nothing too special there. Now in terms of the insole, it's kind of glued very, very tightly in there, so it's kind of hard for me to pull out. Don't want to damage or rip it, but you will see more of that Love Heart branding come through. So you get this Cupid style heart on the right shoe with Travis Scott branding, and on the left shoe, it is not just a regular Jumpman insole or Nike insole. It does have custom Cactus Jack branding as well. Now in terms of sizing and comfort, I am a wide and flat footer. For Jordan 1 lows, OGs, or highs, I just go true to size. Fits me pretty well width-wise, and length-wise, it's pretty good as well. If you don't have wide feet, you may even be able to go down half a size for these lows, because the padding around the ankle here, it is not as much or a little bit less than the highs. So you may be able to get away with that, but I don't have narrow or normal looking feet, so definitely get a second opinion there. In terms of overall comfort, the Jordan 1s are very ancient, just the Nike Air unit on the heel. Rubber cup soles are very durable, but it is not the most comfortable, very flat to the ground, chunky, kind of like a brick. It is okay if you don't care too much about comfort, like you're not someone that tries to seek out the most comfortable shoe for your day job if you're on your feet all the time, or just in general, it might actually be decent. But if you're like someone that really likes a plush, thick cushioned shoe, these definitely aren't it for you. And that brings total sole score of the Travis Scott Jordan 1 Low OG Shy Pink to 26.5 out of 40. Pretty average score compared to other general releases. Now first, it is colorway. I think these are nice. I actually would have preferred the other colorway with more of the pink as the base. I don't know what it is about that. I just think it looks a little bit more special. I'm probably in the minority where I like a harder, more bold color as the base of my sneakers. That's why I like black sneakers the most. So I do prefer that colorway over this one. So I think it's a nice colorway, but I don't think it is one of his best, my opinion. Just my opinion. And in terms of the materials, I think it is good. I definitely do not think this is the most premium materials ever. I think the nubuck that came on the medium olives from a year or two ago, I think it was last year, I think that felt nicer. If I remember correctly, I made a video where I explained why I let go of that shoe, but I remember the nubuck on those felt pretty good. This, I think, is decent, but I don't think it's super premium, but I do like the leather overlays. Now in terms of the comfort, the Jordan 1 lows, just nothing too special, very average. There's so many other shoes that are more comfortable than this, but if you're getting this, I'm assuming you're getting it for how it looks. And in terms of the versatility, I think that Jordan 1 lows, the shape of it, just a silhouette, is probably a quintessential sneaker. If you think about what a sneaker looks like instinctually, first thing that pops to your mind, for me anyway, it's something that looks like this. So it's super wearable shoe, wearability of the colorway. I think this is actually more wearable than the other colorway that came out on the same day because it does have an off-white base. The sail muslin overlays are not super bold. The only thing that's kind of out there is the pink, but it's not too much where you're this is a little bit too in your face. So decently versatile shoe, but I don't think it's the most wearable colorway or anything. And today's throwback of the day, it is one of the best video games that's ever come out in my personal opinion. It is Final Fantasy VIII that came out in 1999. I know Final Fantasy VII gets a lot of love, but for me, number 8 was actually the first Final Fantasy game that I've ever played. Nostalgia hits hard. I sank so many hours into this game. There were a lot of flaws, but I didn't give a flying. I know they remade Final Fantasy VII. I don't think they'll ever remake number 8. It was not received as well, but I really wish dated because the world that it's set in, the designs of the characters. I know Squall is not everyone's favorite protagonist, but some of the other characters, like Irvine, Zell, Questis, come on. Everything about this video game, while flawed, in my eyes, it was perfect. Where does this rank amongst all the other Travis Jordan 1 lows? I definitely don't think it's as good as any of the olive-based Jordan 1 lows. That's just a color that I really personally love. I think the dark mocha-inspired colorways are better as well. Compared to the Canaries, the blue and yellow colorway, at first I didn't actually like that colorway much, but it's really grown on me. I think it's around that for me, like personally. I think it's kind of in the middle of all his collaborations with Nike or Jordan Brand, like right near the middle. So I don't think it's elite, I don't think it's super delicious, but that's just me. If you do, it doesn't mean you're wrong. So that's it. Thanks for watching. Sole Inclined. Let me know what you think of the Travis Scott Air Jordan 1 Low OG Shy Pink. Like, subscribe, comment, all the good stuff. And remember, tomorrow may never come, so wear your shoes.